What's up, guys? I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today we have some insane news I'd like us to discuss in this video. It is some of the most explosive news that we've had this month, so be sure to stick around to the end to capture all the juicy details. But before we proceed, let's head over to thecoinmarketcap.com and see how XRP is faring in the crypto market. As we can all see, the price of XRP today is at 126 and has been up by 3.21% over the last 24 hours. We are still in the above $1 consolidation point, and it's good to see all our progress. With that said, let's roll that beautiful intro and dive right into today's main agenda. As always, welcome to MoneySide, your favorite crypto news channel. If you're new here, welcome to the XRP fam. Hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications to avoid missing out on our daily crypto news updates. Now, to start us off in today's video, we have this tweet from Neatsbucks that says, Identity is helping the 11,000 Swift member banks update for ISO 20022, and they just filed a patent to use XRP in a settlement system they are creating that overlaps with Swift. And that patent was filed in the United States, while there is a case going in the US. That's how we know this whole Ripple versus SEC lawsuit is just a show. This is a patent for a new system that would most likely use XRP for bank-to-bank settlement, as it is the coin that they cited in the patent. If they actually build this system and use XRP, it would be a good use case and drive demand. Even with all that's been happening, it's either Swift works with XRP or it vanishes away. But from the looks of things now, they will be working with Ripple and using XRP. This is something we just can't make up. There's another tweet from Neatsbucks that says, going through this patent is wild. There are examples of HSBC UK settling payments with HSBC China. The gist is, preferably, the blockchain settlement system employs the Ripple protocol. XRP is the only coin mentioned as a settle mechanism by name. It's all before our eyes, guys. XRP is the chosen one. I just can't wait until all is said and done, as we will know that we have been right all along. And another from Neatsbucks tweeting, lost in some of the euphoria is that full-scale global implementation of a public ledger coin has yet to happen. We have seen retail's appetite, but nothing that says this is the new financial system. All signs still point to XRP being at the center when that day comes. XRP will literally be the heart of this new financial system once the switch is flipped. What's even crazier is how this new financial system will be born from the ashes. XRP is meant for just a $10 price level. We are about to see some crazy double and four-digit numbers in the coming times. We just have to wait for the right time. So many people are invested in XRP, but they don't really know its actual value. Moving forward, we have this other tweet. This is from Thinking Crypto One that says, this is interesting. Some big names here. Ripple, Bank of America, PayPal, Coinbase, Visa, XRP, Crypto, HODL, PayPal, Ripple. If we look at that image shared on this tweet, we can see the participating companies in the virtual West Coast payments. Some of the mentioned companies there include Coinbase Global Inc., PayPal Holdings Inc., Ripple Labs Inc., and Visa Inc. As we can see here, Brad Garlinghouse seems to be very well connected with most of these big names in the game. This is quite interesting, as we can say that we don't see many coins in the crypto sphere do what Ripple Labs are doing. Further ahead, we have this tweet from Sento Sumosaba that says, Liquite! Ripple participates in the funding round for a new cryptocurrency exchange startup in the Philippines. Can you say more, XRP ODL participants? Yes, you can. XRP is clearly going all around the world, connecting everything, guys. XRP is genuinely the one. I mean, it's all right there before our eyes. What's left is for us to see its full potential. From MacAttack XRP tweets, the XRP ledger takes a completely opposite approach to Bitcoin. Besides the environmental disaster that Bitcoin is, the entire world cannot run on 7 transactions per second that take an hour to confirm. Again, we are seeing all these comparisons between XRP and Bitcoin, but we all know which one is the more superior coin here. The XRP dimensions are way ahead of Bitcoin, which is why XRP will be the chosen coin in this new financial era. With that said, let's move ahead and look at all the shenanigans of the Ripple versus XRP lawsuit. From XRP Ninja, he shares this tweet saying, and attached a link to an article posted on financefeeds.com which says, SEC versus Ripple, bombshells in deposition pave the way for a win on fair notice, says expert. The article says the ex-SEC commissioner waffled according to Mr. Hogan, and then answered no. As fact discovery comes to a close in the SEC v. Ripple lawsuit, see agenda, parts of the infamous William Hinman deposition transcript have been attached to the SEC brief. Attorney Jeremy Hogan analyzed the documents. These excerpts of the deposition were of course chosen by the SEC, so we don't see the bad stuff yet, but this is our first look at some real evidence in the case. And it didn't disappoint. From the probably over 500 pages, only about 90 pages were attached to the brief, and much of what we do have is redacted, the XRP-friendly lawyer said in a video. Then moving on to two bombshells he did find on the transcript. Bombshell number 1 is on page 376 of the transcript, as the former SEC commissioner said he had his first meetings with XRP representatives trying to figure out how XRP could come into compliance in 2020. Only then did he let Ripple executives and counsel know they were breaking the law. By then, the SEC's investigation of Ripple was already underway, and the complaint was filed in December 2020. But also keep in mind that when we asked what they could do to come into compliance, it seems, according to his testimony, his only response was stop selling XRP. Given the nature of the blockchain space, a burgeoning industry, the lack of fair notice arguments gains strength in the eyes of Mr. Hogan, who added that testimony only really helps the SEC for the period from when Hinman told the SEC in 2020 until the lawsuit was filed. It does nothing for pre-2020 fair notice. Bombshell number 2 regards the SEC's policy for the agency's employees owning securities, which states they can't own securities they are in a way working with or about to. Moreover, the purchase of any security by an SEC employee had to be pre-cleared. The Ripple Counsel asked William Hinman if digital assets were not covered by the securities clearance form until 2018. The ex-SEC commissioner waffled, according to Mr. Hogan, and then answered no. The SEC did not consider digital assets securities for their ethics purposes until 2018. You never ask a question on cross that you don't know the answer to already, and that bodes very well for Ripple as for its fair notice defense for the periods from 2013 to 2018, the lawyer concluded. The fair notice defense is Ripple's favorite strategy for a win in the SEC v. Ripple case that has been dragging on since the complaint was filed in December 2020. Mr. Hogan has recently analyzed both parties' strategies as they become apparent at the end of fact discovery. The SEC has warned the court that a Ripple win on fair notice would nullify the Howey test, which is used for assessing the nature of an asset and whether it is a security or not. On the other hand, such a win could save the industry from the SEC, as Attorney Hogan previously explained. As we wind up today's video, we have this tweet from Truth Crumbs that says, SEC officials under investigation for conflict of interest in Ripple lawsuit. He further shares this article from @finbowl.com, where we can see the United States regulator, the Securities Exchange Commission, SEC former officials are under scrutiny over alleged conflict of interest regarding the agency's handling of the Ripple lawsuit. The Empower Oversight is leading investigations against the regulator, having submitted a request seeking communication between SEC officials, their current and former employers. The watchdog has questioned the handling of the matter by former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton. The focus is on Clayton's declaration that Bitcoin wasn't a security. After his tenure ended at the SEC, Empower Oversight notes that Clayton joined One River Asset Management, a cryptocurrency hedge fund focusing on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Over the years, the SEC has increasingly faced scrutiny over its handling of cryptocurrency regulations, and the Empower Oversight investigations might impact the ongoing Ripple lawsuit. The case recently took a twist after the SEC attempted to delete subtopics relevant to the lawsuit involving Hinman. Notably, since the start of the case, John Deaton, the lawyer for the XRP holders, has publicly stated that there was a conflict of interest from SEC officials. With that in mind, let's take a look at the technicals. XRP has been showing a great amount of strength over the last few weeks as prices have risen over 120% off the low set in July. A pressing lawsuit with the SEC has not stopped Ripple from continuing business or XRP from showing strength. Many investors are anticipating a win for Ripple against the SEC as they have been buying up XRP rapidly behind the scenes. XRP is one of the top 20 gainers over the last month, which is somewhat expected, as it is one of the only top coins that is yet to make a new all-time high. Even since XRP set its low of 50 cents back in July, the price has been on a strong uptrend. This particular price movement has been extremely healthy as XRP has formed an ascending channel formation. Each time the price reaches either trend, it makes its way to the other side of the channel. At the time of writing, XRP has just got rejected at a 4-month downtrend line that has held the price down from a new high. Along with this trend lies a major resistance zone found from $1.28 to $1.37. If XRP manages to clear both of these marks, the skies are open for a potential of $1.50 plus price tag. In the case XRP fails to break its important resistance areas, we should expect a drop back down to the bottom trend of the channel. Before this may occur, XRP has a chance of holding a minor support zone at $1.19. In this case, the bears take control and push the price below. Expect the bottom trend of the channel to provide a bounce. Along with this trend line lies the 60 MA. The MA has held XRP up ever since its low of 50 cents was set. As long as the bulls can keep XRP above this mark, it is in a bullish state. As always, remember, trade safely, guys. Do your research. Please keep in mind, we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. Tell us what you think in the comment section below and let's have a conversation. I really appreciate you tuning in. Thank you. Don't forget to like this video and to click on the subscribe button below. Turn on notifications so you get informed whenever we post our amazing content. Thanks again, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.